Hey, what's up, guys? Little man with a big opinion here. I've got two news articles for us to discuss today. The first one, the U.S. has temporarily suspended Mexican avocado imports after an American official received a threatening phone call. Uh, there's nothing more really big in that, except for that it was suspended the day before the Super Bowl, and apparently that is the biggest sale of avocado from Mexico to the United States. I didn't know that, but the only other important information that pertains to preppers is we receive imports from other countries, um, mainly for stuff that grows better in other places. Uh, we can produce all of the rice that we consume here in the United States, but it does grow better in, China. Uh, we can grow our own avocados, but uh, the climate region in Mexico produces better avocados. Um, it has a little bit to do with um, like a gang war. The Mexican government knows that uh, this is an issue. They know they're losing revenue, and they've kind of said that they can't, uh, immediately fix this issue. Uh, so at least when it comes to uh, avocados, imagine, I imagine in a few weeks we're going to see a pretty big uptick in prices, mainly because that's where we get most of our avocados from. But the more worrying story comes from the AP. West mega drought worsens to driest in at least 1,200 years. Uh, the American West mega drought deepened so much last year that is now the driest in at least the last 1,200 years and is a worst case climate change scenario playing out live. Uh, it so it's a dramatic drying in 2021. It's about as dry as it was in 2002. And we're sitting on a 22 year drought. And the last record holder was in the late 1500s. Um, their study says 42% of it can be attributed to human caused climate change. Uh, they explain this study. It says it's 5% drier than it was in 1500s at its last uh, worst time in history. Uh, and then for this article, they show you a couple of pictures of just how low the water level is. Uh, the person that did the study, they can determine how bad it was based off of the rings on a tree. And the reason why this is a really big issue in California, where a car crossing the Enterprise Bridge over Lake Orville's dry banks. California gets a lot of its water imported from other states. I mean, it's so densely populated of an area. And the other states have talked about, reducing the amount of water leaving their state because they're starting to see issues as well. Nevada, at the Hoover Dam, I talked about this story probably a few months ago now. It's down like 32 foot, which is the lowest it's ever been. And, they're discussing having a set amount of, water per day for showers and agriculture and different things in California because, they can't produce the water that they need, and it's coming from other places, and the demand is so high that it's causing a strain on the system. So as a prepper, I'd say first thing you do is get out of California. Uh, Move to a place where you have the space to you know determine for yourself your water levels. And what I mean by that is building a rain catchment system, digging a well, um, having the storage necessary. I think it's City Prepping that lives in California. I think he lives in Northern California. And, he's got 6 or 7 55-gallon drums. And I haven't watched enough of his stuff recently to tell you if he's got his rain catchment system finished, but I know he was talking about building one. I watched one person that just did a off-grid living, and he lived in Nevada. He needed 4,500 gallons of storage, and every single roof on his property, he needed it to collect the rainwater. So it's a pretty important thing. It's right there with food. I don't know which one you'd say you would need more. I would argue you need water a little bit more than food because you can go less time without water. So if you live in these areas where you're having these water issues, I would migrate somewhere else because it doesn't look like it is slowing down or getting any better. And when you go to a place where you have the space to determine, are you going to survive or not, you go down the path of being self-sufficient. It makes you feel real good. It helps me sleep better at night knowing I've got what I need to, weather the storms. And if you have yourself taken care of, then you can start looking into taking care of other people. So, if any of my subscribers live in the California area, you know, why are you staying? And if you've recently moved away from the California area, let me know in the comment section down below why you left. I'll catch you in the next one.